Okay, it is Saturday, November 12th, 2022, and we need to urgently talk about this video. And of course, everything's on planned uploads. That way I'm not stressed out about what I'm going to be putting on this channel going further, like I discussed on Wednesday. But yes, one of the aspects is, of course, transit. And we have to talk about a possibility that Grand Central Madison could be delayed due to, get this, positive train control not being equipped in the East River tunnels. I mean, you literally cannot make this stuff up. This is how disorganized the MTA is. It is just a joke. And I literally found this out from 77 WABC when I was coming home from work on Wednesday. So, this is such a joke. And it doesn't surprise me with the MTA. So, this is what the article reads. And I'll leave it in the description below so you can read it for yourself. But here is what the article says. And it was written by, who was it written by? Stefan Nessen. Okay. A last-minute hurdle could delay the MTA's long-stalled $11.6 billion East Side Access project to bring Long Island Railroad trains into a new station beneath Grand Central Terminal. Governor Kathy Hochul said, transit officials have insisted since 2011, dubbed Grand Central Madison. Oh, okay, so Kathy Hochul wasn't quoted. But basically the governor was quoted saying that this station will be opening before the end of this year. But a critical safety approval from the federal government could push back that timeline to, get this, March. Yeah, March. You literally cannot make this stuff up. The 2022 completion date is already 11 years later than MTA officials planned in 2001 when construction first began on the project. In a letter obtained by Gothamist, the MTA back in October told the feds a mandatory safety feature to automatically prevent trains from entering the wrong tunnels would not be installed on time and asked for an exemption to the requirement. The safety technology will not be in place on the MTA trains before Long Island's commencement of Grand Central Access passenger service, and of course the opening of the tunnel, East Side Access, opening of the Grand Central Madison tunnel. That's what the MTA letter reads specifically. The request was the subject of a sparsely attended hearing by the Federal Railway Administration back on Monday, November 7th. The MTA told the federal government there are other ways to prevent trains from going off course in the tunnels, including automated signs that light up and audible warnings in the train cabs. The agency also noted that because Amtrak and LIRR trains use different type of power, electricity could be automatically cut if the trains are on the wrong track. But the new technology the MTA seeks to delay would automatically apply the brakes if a train is on the wrong tracks. The safety technology was mandated by the federal government after a 2013 train crash at Spointon Duval, in which a Metro North engineer fell asleep at its train, sped around a corner, and derailed. The Long Island Railroad and Metro North now have in place positive train control, or what is known as PTC, which automatically stops trains when they move too fast. Okay, so here we go. So the Federal Railway Administration is expected to decide later this month whether to grant the waiver allowing the MTA to launch East Side Access without the safety technology. The federal agency is also in the process of reviewing several other aspects of the project before giving it final approval to open to the public. In its request to the feds, the MTA writes that the safety feature will be up and running by, get this, March 6th. Okay, so we have to wait now, possibly, if this FRA thing is not agreed upon, how many months? 1, 2, 3, 3.5 more months. Crazy. And imagine if we got surprised at the Long Island Railroad Committee meeting later this month on the 21st. So, That would have been a rude Thanksgiving surprise. Now would it? So, looking at my calendar, so they're claiming that the new opening date could be March 6th, which would be a Monday. Really? So, let me get this straight. You have people who need service now when the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is going to be lit on the 30th this month. Winter Village is already up and running at Bryant Park. Okay? The Rockettes are already performing at Radio City Music Hall. You got the Saks Fifth Avenue display. You got people who want to take the 4-5 train up to Lexington Avenue and 59th Street to see the Bloomingdale's display. And it'd make it easier for people to get over to the other Central Park ice rink. So you're basically ruining people's travel plans because you can't get this thing up and running. What a rude way to start the holiday season, right? So, it would be embarrassing. It definitely would be embarrassing. Oh, and then get this. Tim Minton, an MTA spokesperson, said the agency expects the feds will approve the exemption. So, this is such a joke. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's for better that it's delayed till March. But at the same time, then you're going to cost those people time, money, and, oh, I was expecting Grand Central so I can get to where I need to go to, and including yours truly. So, now you mean to tell me that if I want to take my normal 1054 train from New Hyde Park, which is expected to connect me over to Grand Central, or I have the other option, I could go to, what is it? Yeah, I could go over to Stewart Manor, that 11 o'clock train. So look at this. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. So that's just a brief view of what's going on. I mean, I'll hopefully give you an update if we get some good news regarding Grand Central, because I think this is something that needs to be discussed. That's why I'm doing a quick video on it. So, let's hope the FRA makes their decision before Thanksgiving, because then you're going to have a lot more antsy people like me worrying, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Because at this point, I need Grand Central to survive. I'm trying to avoid the Queens Boulevard line, and this is going to basically save my life. And if it doesn't, then I don't know. I really don't know right now. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.